Hi, welcome to my channel. I've been trying to plan this video, my first video, about what to do and say, and in the end I'm just gonna do it. I am 48. I'm 49 next month in March. We're currently in February 2025, and 3.5 years ago my entire life changed. 4 years ago I was married, had 2 amazing kids, still got those, and a really good paying job and a house, everything that you are supposed to have. And 3.5 years ago my wife, my ex-wife, and I separated, and then a year later I was made redundant, and everything's changed. And that's not supposed to happen when you're nearly 50. You are supposed to, or we are, geared towards the nearly 50, you're going to be heading towards retirement, not starting again in a completely new job, trying to work out who you are, what your position in the world is, how to parent. And I've decided that this year I need to do something different, and that is taking the form right now of this channel. I've gone through so much over the last 3.5 years. Some of it really hard, some of it incredibly rewarding, and I know that there's a lot of people going through similar things or have gone through similar things, and I've learned a lot about myself, a lot about my mistakes and how to move forward. But and I think I feel right now that I need to do something different, and I say that's what this channel is. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be. I think that's why I've struggled to work out what my first video is going to be. I was looking at different subjects and stuff, and I think I just need to do sort of an introduction, I suppose, to just say I feel, it sounds corny I suppose in a way, but I feel almost the need to, I don't say give back necessarily, but I guess I feel like I have something to contribute. Maybe I don't know, but I feel like I do. And I feel like that the stuff I've gone through and am still going through and will probably continue to go through, some of the things that I've learned through that may help other people to get through the struggles they're going through. I also feel the need to stretch myself and challenge myself. I've never done anything like this before. I've never planned videos. I've never edited videos. I've never, I don't say scripted videos. I haven't done that yet, but I feel like there's things that I can learn. And as I've got older, I feel that I need to expand myself and learn more and find the things that I'm good at. And I don't know, in 6 months' time, I might look back and go, my God, that was a terrible idea. But at least I've done something. And as my kids get older, I have 2 kids, one who's 17 this year, one who's 13. As they get older and start to discover who they are, I realise I have no idea who I am. outside of being dad. I don't know who I am. Who is Paul? I don't know. I lost my job, and that identity of I'm Paul, I do this, or I am this, it all went away, and I felt very, very lost in myself, in my own identity. And I think a lot of us have that, especially when we're in a career for a long time. I was in my last job itself for 20 years, 21 years. And the career I was in was since I left school. So it almost feels like the Victorian age. But when that is taken away, at 48, it's really hard to go and get a job. I don't sort of fit in the molds of what's expected and what's, I suppose, wanted nowadays. So it's really, really hard to then work out, well, what am I going to do? So I suppose this is about, I want to cover some of the things that have worked for me over the last few years, some of maybe the resources that I've gone to, how therapies worked, how support groups have worked or haven't worked, what well-being stuff I've used and looked at, what resources, just sort of pulling some of that together and putting it out there in a more, I suppose, grounded way. I don't know. So much stuff that I've used over the years seems or feels to me like it's out. I feel it's hard to connect with it. People that you listen to or podcasts or whatever, you start listening to, all of a sudden these are now multimillionaires talking about X, Y, and Z, and I feel like it doesn't really connect with a past middle-aged man who is resetting his entire life and back to where I was in my early 20s and feeling adrift. I feel like that doesn't really, some of that content that's out there doesn't really connect anymore. And I think I feel like I've got some value to add to this. Maybe I don't. But right now, this is something that I feel like I need to do to push myself into, as I said, if you're not uncomfortable, then you're not progressing as a person. And I feel like I need to move forward. I need to progress. I need to try different things and work out if I've got any skills in areas that I didn't realize I had before. And if I don't try these things, then I'm never going to know, am I? So yeah, I do waffle on a bit as well. Sorry. I don't really have a concrete plan on what these videos are going to look like, what sort of format they're going to take. Are they going to be me just as a talking head in the car? Are they going to be more structured? I'm not sure. I'm going to see what I feel is working and what feels comfortable for me as I start out. So look, I appreciate the time that you've spent listening to me go on. I'd love you to sort of follow me on the journey, and I'd love to hear your stories on your things that have worked for you, going through middle age, loss and change, or whatever it might be. And maybe we can help each other through this process of life. Oh, that sounds so corny. I've never not been accused of being corny. Thank you for your time, and we'll speak soon. Bye bye.